Okay, today we will be talking about fetal circulation and hepatic portal circulation. So, in the fetal circulation, what are the parts that we are going to memorize or to remember? Okay, so these are the parts that are very important to us. No, the placenta. Okay, uh, the placenta is this one. This is not present in adult because this is already cut. No? Fetal circulation is the circulation inside the womb, okay, when the baby is not yet born, okay, that is fetal circulation, circulation of blood inside the womb, no? So this placenta is very important. And what does this placenta do? So this is where exchanges of gases, nutrients, and waste that is happening, no? So gas exchange happens here. Okay, so the blood is still supplied by the mother. Okay, the mother supply our blood and goes to the placenta. And here in the placenta, gas exchange is happening. Okay, so what are the other important parts that we are going to remember here or memorize here is the umbilical cord. Okay, the umbilical cord is this one, this long cord. Okay, this is the long cord. If you notice that there are in the umbilical cord there is umbilical vein and umbilical arteries. Okay, so here you can see that the vein, the definition of vein again is carries blood towards the heart. So in this tree, you can see that the red one is the umbilical vein. Okay, the red one is the umbilical vein. And the arteries are these two, color pink, no? They are the umbilical arteries. Okay, they are color pink because they contain mixed blood, oxygenated and unoxygenated. That goes back to the placenta for exchange of gas again, and then oxygenated again, and go back to the umbilical vein. Always remember that veins carries, okay, blood away from towards the heart and the arteries away from the heart. Okay, so here what is important here, when you will have your duty in the uh, delivery room or in the nursery, you will be receiving the newborn, so you will be the one who will receive the newborn, and you will be the one to cut the cord. You will cut the cord here, so you will cut the cord. And then, if you are having your duty, you have to check or assess the umbilical cord. Okay? And check how many arteries and how many veins. So, if you want to remember it, our code is AVA. Okay? AVA. Okay? We have two arteries and one vein. Okay? Always remember this code, no? AVA. Two arteries, one vein. Okay. And remember, the artery here is the red one. The vein here is the red one. And the arteries are the pink one. Okay. So the vein carries blood-rich nutrients and oxygen to the fetus. So he is the one supplying oxygenated blood or rich blood into the heart. Okay? And the umbilical arteries carry carbon dioxide and debris. Okay? Leaden blood from fetus to the placenta. So, we, these umbilical arteries are the one carrying, the blood away from the heart and towards the placenta. The vein towards the heart. Okay? So, that is the circulation. So, the the vein towards the heart, the arteries away from the heart. Okay, the vein is color red, the arteries are color pink. The vein carries oxygen and nutrients to the fetus, and these arteries carries carbon dioxide, debris, laden or waste products okay, and bring it to the placenta. So that is the simple use of the placenta, no? And also the umbilical veins and arteries. Okay. So these are very important structure that we know. Always remember, no? Okay. So let's see this illustration again. No? So this is the placenta where gas exchange happen. Okay, and these are the veins and these are the arteries. The veins carries blood towards the heart and supplies blood rich in oxygen and nutrients to the fetus. Okay, and the arteries carries blood away from the heart towards the placenta for gas exchange. Okay. Okay, another structure that we are going to memorize here is this one, ductus venosus. This is not present in our adult circulation. Ductus venosus. Okay, and also we have this foramen ovale. This one. Okay, and this ductus arterius. Okay, these three are very important structure in the fetal circulation. Aside from the placenta, veins and arteries, umbilical veins and arteries, these three are very important in the fetal circulation because this is a diversion, diversion of blood, okay, supplying the fetus. Remember, during fetal circulation, the lungs are not functioning yet. There's no lung. So, as, as, as in the illustration, these lungs are not functioning yet. So, blood will not go inside the lungs for oxygenation, but the oxygenation is happening in the heart. So, this one is not yet working. So, not yet working. No? The heart is not yet working or not yet functioning. So the heart is unfunctional. So the blood will not go to the lungs. Okay? So what will happen to the circulation if there's no lungs? Okay? Don't worry, there are diversions that are being made so that the blood will continuously flow. And these are the three structures, no? Ductus venosus, foramen ovale, and ductus arteriosus. Okay, what is important to remember this one is the location. So the ductus venosus is outside of your heart. Okay, actually it's located at the liver. So this one, no, it is located at the liver. Okay, this one. So if the cord is already cut, this one now will close, no, until here. Okay, so we will have a closure of this one. As you can see here, in the fetal circulation, the first part of the fetus that is receiving oxygenated blood and full of nutrients is the liver because there is a blood supply here already supplying now the liver, and then it bypasses the what we call that one, lower vein of the inferior vena cava, and goes to the inferior vena cava here, no? So that is very important structure. Blood flow bypasses the liver through the ductus venosus and enter the inferior vena cava to the right atrium. So this umbilical vein connects to this ductus venosus that bypass the liver. Actually, it supplies a little amount of blood, and then it goes directly to the inferior vena cava and then go to the right atrium. No? So that is one. Number one. Okay. Number two is the foramen ovale. Okay, sir. It's oxygenated blood, no? And going to the inferior vena cava. Remember, okay, the role of the veins is put the blood towards the heart. So, all the blood coming from the extremities, lower extremities of the newborn, okay, will also go to the inferior vena cava. Okay, these are unoxygenated blood already. Unoxygenated blood and mix with the oxygenated blood together with the unoxygenated blood going to the right atrium. Remember, they are oxygenated and unoxygenated. So we produce pink one, the color pink. Okay, that's why it will become pink. And also it will mix with the blood coming from the superior vena cava, which is also unoxygenated. So when the blood reaches in the right atrium, mixed blood is formed. That's why in the illustration here it is pink. Okay, so that is the purpose of your uh, ductus venosus, a direct supply of rich blood coming from the placenta, coming from the mother, no, and then goes to the heart by bypassing the liver and going to the uh, inferior vena cava. Okay, so this one, it's not present in adult. This one, it will become ductus ligamentum. It will become ligament later on because it will be closed after birth. Okay, clear. So blood flow bypasses the lungs by entering the right atrium is shunted directly into the left atrium through the foramen ovale. Okay, in the adult circulation, there's no foramen ovale. The foramen ovale is a portal or a hole between the two atrium, no? The right and the left atrium. Okay, since the lungs is closed and there is a hole here between two atrium, the blood will now enter the left atrium directly. Okay, since this is a mixed blood mixed with oxygen and carbon dioxide and waste products, okay, so they are mixed, it is still okay, no? Because what is important is gas exchange in the tissue through diffusion, okay, which has higher concentration of oxygen or lesser concentration of oxygen. The oxygen will go to the lesser concentration. So here, it is still having higher concentration of oxygen. So since it goes directly to the left atrium, the blood will now go down to the left ventricle. And remember, the exit of left ventricle is the aorta. So it will go now to the aorta. No? It will go to the aorta and goes to the systemic circulation. It goes down. Okay, it goes down, supply the tissue in the body, no? And also in the upper part of the body, the head and the neck. Okay, and then go back to the placenta. Okay, that is the circulation. Okay, now how about this one? Okay, sir, how about this ductus arteriosus? Okay, some of the blood that goes to the right atrium also goes to the right ventricle. So there are some blood that goes to the right ventricle. Okay, remember that these ventricles are pumping. So when the right ventricle also contract, the valve will close, and the exit for the right ventricle is the pulmonary trunk. No? So from the pulmonary trunk, it will now go to the right and left pulmonary trunk. But there is what we call ductus arteriosus that connects the aorta and pulmonary trunk. So it will go directly to the pulmonary trunk and goes to the circulation. Okay, so we have the ductus arteriosus that will connect the aorta and the pulmonary trunk. Okay, and after birth, it will become the ligamentum arteriosum. Okay, so that is very important. So what are the bypass? We have the ductus venosus. Okay, after the ductus venosus, the foramen ovale. After the foramen ovale is the ductus arteriosus. So these structures are very important in the flow of blood, okay, in the circulation, aside from the placenta and the umbilical cord. Okay, so let's recap again. Uh, First, the placenta. Second is the umbilical cord. No? So this is our number one. This is number two. In the umbilical cord, we have umbilical vein, which is one, and then we have umbilical artery. We have two umbilical arteries, okay, and then we have the ductus venosus, okay, foramen ovale, and then ductus arteriosus, which is located here, okay, which is very important in fetal circulation. So here I will show you the relationship between the pulmonary artery. So this is the pulmonary artery, no? Pulmonary trunk, and this is the aorta. No? So during fetal circulation, since the lungs are not functioning, so there's no lungs. They are closed. No, these are closed lungs because during fetal circulation they are not functioning. So blood will not. Instead, the blood will go here. It will not pass the right and left pulmonary artery, but it will pass through this ductus arteriosus. This one. During fetal circulation, this is open. Okay, this is a large artery that is open. So the blood from the right ventricle will go to the pulmonary trunk and then directly to the aorta and go to the circulation. Okay, so after birth, it will close and become this ligamentum arteriosum. So ligamentum and arteriosum and ductus arteriosum are one. Okay, this is the remains of ductus arteriosum. So they become ligamentum arteriosum. Okay, this one should close 24 hours after birth. If not, you will have what we call PDA. This is a congenital heart disease. Now, that your ductus arteriosum fails to close after birth. Okay, what they will do that is they will open the chest. This is a very simple operation that can be done in Lorma and ITRMC. No, they will just open your chest and put a tie here and close it. Done. The operation is called closure of the PDA. Okay, they will just close this one and done. You're already treated. Okay, so that is the ductus arteriosum. Okay. Okay, let us see. Let us make an illustration on the fetal circulation of your uh, baby, no? On the fetus, I should say fetus. So let us draw a heart. For example, this is the heart. Let us divide it into rooms, no? Four rooms, and it has bulb here, the tricuspid valve and the bicuspid valve, and it has the pulmonary semilunar valve and the aortic semilunar valve, no? And here, this is where the foramen ovale is located. We have a hole here. Okay, this is the foramen ovale. Okay, in the rule in adult circulation, blood from the right atrium and left atrium should not go directly to the left. No, the blood on the right atrium should not go directly to the left. But in the fetal circulation, since the lungs is absent, okay, we are created to have this foramen ovale because the lungs are not yet developed or not yet open, no? So there will be diversion. So blood coming from the superior vena cava, okay, and inferior vena cava. Okay, so there are blood coming here. Okay, remember mix, the blood here is already mixed. Mixed. Okay, one is coming from the umbilical artery, and here is coming from the inferior vena cava. So this one is rich in oxygen and nutrients. Okay, so the blood with rich in oxygen and nutrients goes here, and the blood rich in carbon dioxide and waste products goes here and mix in the inferior vena cava and goes here on the right atrium. And blood, which is rich of carbon dioxide and waste products, comes here and goes to the right atrium. Now, in the fetal circulation, since the lungs, no, it has a higher pressure here. There is a higher pressure here. Okay, blood now will go to the foramen ovale and go to the left atrium. But some of the blood can also go here. Okay, some of the blood can go to the right atrium from here. No, so here the blood that is mixed still contains a higher concentration of oxygen than carbon dioxide. Okay, goes to the left atrium and then goes to the left ventricle via this bicuspid valve and exit to the semilunar valve, aortic semilunar valve. So this is the aortic semilunar valve, and this is the bicuspid valve. So once the ventricle contract, it goes to the aortic semilunar valve and goes to the aorta, no, and goes to the tissues and body tissues, no, and it goes there. Okay, here and supply. Okay, now the blood coming from the blood that went to the right ventricle should also exit the right ventricle through the pulmonary semilunar valve to the pulmonary trunk, no? To the pulmonary trunk. Remember that this one will divide into two. Okay, divide into two and then goes to the lungs. But the problem is the lungs are still closed. Okay, they are not functioning, no? So the lungs are not yet functioning. So there is an extra connection here going to your pulmonary, going to your aorta. So this is now called the ductus arteriosus. Okay? So don't worry what happened to the blood going to the right atrium. Okay, sir, if the blood will go here, where will it go? The lungs are closed. Don't worry. When it goes to the pulmonary trunk, it go directly to the aorta because the pressure here is higher. Okay, pressure here is higher. So, blood here cannot go inside. Okay, so it goes there and supplies to the aorta. So, blood coming here and blood coming here, join together here and go to the placenta. Remember, this is also a mixed blood. So, mixed blood and mixed blood will go together and supply the different parts of the body. And then, this one now will go back to your placenta. So, these are two and go back to your placenta, no? And this one is coming from your placenta also. Okay? Clear. So what are the important structure here that makes the fetal circulation? Okay, that are not in the adult circulation, no? Here is the ductus, I forgot this one, no? Ductus venosus. This is the ductus venosus. Alright, where is it? This one is the ductus venosus. Sorry. This is the ductus venosus. Okay, so the ductus venosus bypass the liver and enters to the inferior vena cava and goes to the right atrium. So this is oxygenated blood and rich with nutrients coming from the placenta. Okay? Okay, so I hope you understand the fetal heart circulation. So what is present there is the placenta, okay, placenta, and then the cord, umbilical cord, which has ava, two arteries, one vein, no? The vein carries oxygenated blood to the fetus. The arteries carries mixed blood to the placenta. Okay? So, that is what is happening. And there will be bypass. We have the ductus venosus. Okay? And then it goes to the inferior vena cava, goes to the right atrium, goes to the left atrium via the foramen ovale, and goes to the left ventricle via bicuspid valve and goes to the aorta via aortic semilunar valve and goes to the circulation, goes to the head, the neck, the arm, and goes to the body parts. Okay, and then it will go back to the placenta. And another one is the blood coming from the that goes to the right atrium, goes to the pulmonary tract via pulmonary semilunar valve. Okay, it bypasses the pulmonary arteries because the lungs are closed, and it goes directly to the aorta to be mixed with the blood coming from the aorta and goes to the circulation and goes back to the placenta for gas exchange again. And the cycle is repeated. Okay.